So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a butterflag.
So I'm going to start off by making two shapes. The first shape, my thinner end, just going to pull it round to make a really gentle, small circle at the top. So just doing it really gently, just easing that round to get myself a small circle. I've prepared my masking tape and I'm just going to fasten that. Like that. That is going to form the top of your wing. The next thing I'm going to do is, with my willow, make a slightly bigger circle. So, pulling round now, really gently to pull that in. You can bend that bit around to make that circle shape. Might have to fight with it a bit, and it depends how much you've soaked your willow. There we go. Just bent one a bit too much there. And I've lost my circle shape a little bit. Right, and a circle that's not quite a circle, but we can still work with this. So there, I've got my longer shape with a smaller circle, and my bigger shape with my shorter shape with a bigger circle. So now I'm going to do exactly the same again. I want to make exactly the same as that and exactly the same as that. But it's going to make things much easier if I can match this willow length here. So I'm going to try and match here that circle size. So just now, my willow's actually been in the bath for all night and I haven't let it dry, so it's the opposite. It's actually very, very wet. So, and if it's not quite the same length, no, that's pretty good, and they're pretty much the same size. So I've got my two shapes, my bigger circle and they're matched at length, and my smaller circle and these lengths are matched as well. So this is going to make the basic shape of your wing. What I'm going to do is put these two to one side now, and this is going to make the top shape of your wing. So I'll just move those out of the way here. So, and this is going to make, can you see that is now making a rough top wing shape. So now to fasten this bit onto here, what I'm going to do is just going to snap about an inch there. So that just gives me now something to fasten that onto my wing from. Now when I'm working out this top shape, I don't want it to be longer than, don't want it to be bigger than 1 sheet of wet strength tissue paper. Right, so I can use this as a guide here because it's just going to make things so much easier when we come to skin. So let's just have a look here. That size there is pretty much going to fit on the 1 sheet there. So I'm going to fasten this piece on here, and actually as I've done that, I'm going to do exactly the same on the other one because I really want to match it exactly, because you want these wings to be as even as possible. So I'm just checking that length there, measuring against that wing, snapping that bit down, and just checking that they are the same as possible. Right, I'm just going to put that one to one side. The next thing I'm going to do is you want this bit to sort of remain in a right angle as much as possible. And you'll see when you start pulling things around, things start moving. So the next thing I'm going to do is add this piece here, the bottom wing. And I'm going to do that by adding the fat end here. In fact, first I'm just going to check that I've got 2 pieces of willow here, the same length. And they're pretty much the same length. So I know that I can use one for one bottom wing and one for the other bottom wing. So I'm going to, again, the fatter end up to here, and I'm going to just match it at this point, at this joint here. I'm going to fasten that. Then I'm just going to pull this shape around, because this is going to make your bottom butterfly wing. So this is where I was saying you want to kind of work this around, because you're always going to be aiming for a right angle here. Don't worry, because we're going to add more willow that's going to keep that shape in place. I'm going to start just by pulling that one around to make a shape, to make my base shape that I'm happy with. And I can tighten that bit up later, but can you see that's already pulling that bit down a little bit? So the next piece I'm going to do, I'm going to put this piece, which I know is the same length as that, over there for now. I'm going to take another piece of willow, and this time I'm just going to put a piece, I'm going to give myself a little bit of length to give myself a body here. So what I'm going to do is fasten this bit here, and then this bit I'm just going to pull around to here, and you'll see that that will now kind of pull that. You can loosen it or otherwise to try and make this shape as much of a right angle as you can, as straight out as possible. It just gives you a better shape there. So I'm just going to fasten that one there, fasten that one there, and pull it round. So you can see I'm starting to make the shape of my butterfly. And another piece of willow, you guessed it, going from here. I'm just going to fasten this on the top. So thin end at the top here, wrapped around here. And this piece can just pull your shape down a little bit or round to form that shape. Now here actually, and just what I'm going to do here is just attach that one a little bit more. So as I pull these round, I need a little bit more. See, these just need to be fastened a little bit closer here. And then I've got my butterfly shape. And I'm out of masking tape. Make sure you cut loads of masking tape. This one can be bent across there. And another piece here. And let's see here, if I just bring those together there, they'll take more or less the shape of a butterfly wing. Now I'm going to do exactly the same with the other wing, but you're going to have a few extra pieces of willow, because can you see I've sort of lost this shape here. This is just a little bit weaker. So I'm going to take another piece and add it down here, because you can use this bit here to add a little flick on the bottom of your wing. So this one here is coming in, added to the frame. Don't mind, doesn't matter too much how much willow you add or otherwise. This piece, fasten it up to there, and it's gonna, because it's thicker, it's just a little bit stronger, it's just gonna hold. Let's just match those. Just help me to strengthen up this curve here. And I may not add another piece here. Actually, what I can do, this is what I'll do, is just snap this bit here. So let's just see, I want it to, you can play with the shape of your butterfly, obviously. And I'm just gonna snap that there. And I'm just gonna masking tape that in there. And now you've got one butterfly wing. Now once you've got one frame done, you can sort of use that as a guide to match up your other wing. So I'm going to go through putting the other wing together. I just do that now. And I've left this bit here, so this bit is going to be the base of your body. Keeping the wings separate because it's much easier to skin them like this. So skin them first and decorate them too, and then we'll work out by attaching this piece to the other half and this piece to the half of the other one. We'll be able to join them together. So now I'm just going to quickly get on with doing the other wing.
Nice, it's nice, so nice, so nice, so nice, so nice. Butterfly, butterfly, let me do the butterfly, 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 let me do the butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly, let me do the butterfly, 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 let me do the butterfly.
2 wings, ready to skin.